Good evening and welcome to the Team Living Water team call. Thank you for those of you who are on live and those who watch the recording as well. I am so excited to connect with you with just our team. And one of my big goals for the next year is to do just that. We have a wonderful upline in Miranda and Team Fresh and Fit, and we get so many benefits from that. But I never want to lose sight of the fact that we are a team unit in and of ourselves, and to continue to develop that culture and that friendship and that family atmosphere, because that is what, really that's what makes this so amazing, because not just because of the opportunity, but because of the friendships and the accountability and the support and all of those things that come with being a part of our team. So tonight we're going to talk about how to set yourself up for big things in 2016. And in going into that, I first want to look back a little bit and tell all of you how proud I am of what we've accomplished as a team in 2015. Because when I go back a year before now to last December, our team doesn't look anything like it did a year ago. And that's a good thing. That's something that's really exciting to me. The number of coaches we've added, the trainings that we've implemented, the mentorship that I see happening with you guys and your teams. There we go. It's amazing, and it's stretching us, and it's growing us, and it's causing us to step outside of our comfort zones. And I think this year has been a year of foundation for us, where we've set in place some systems, we've set in place some kind of parameters and bumpers, if you will, to use a bowling analogy, so that we stay on the right course and we know where we're headed and we have the tools that are going to help us get there. And because of that, because we've worked so hard to establish those systems and make them duplicatable and pass them down to our coaches and utilize them in our daily lives and our daily business hours, that's going to translate into like the compound effect explosion in 2016. We've been planting seeds, we've been laying foundations, we've been doing the things that it takes to establish a firm foundation as a business and a firm culture as a team. And that's going to take us into 2016, where amazing things happen that I don't think we can even imagine yet. So great job to all of you who are on this call, and those of you who will watch later, and those of you who don't even watch, because we couldn't be where we are if it weren't for everyone playing their part. It's a team effort, and everything that happens with me and with you and with everybody in our team, it's because we're all in this together. And I'm so thankful for everything that you do. We are ending this year as a premier team, which means that you guys have been hitting Success Club, you've been driving up your volume, you've been sharing the good news of being able to get healthy with Beachbody, and it's because of all of that that's happening. We are a premier team, which means we get exclusive access to certain things that other teams don't. Right now we're ranked number 324, I think, in the entire network of almost 400,000 coaches. That's insane. The network was probably, 300,000 this time last year, maybe a little less. And I think we were in like the 900s last year. So that alone is phenomenal. So just let me tell you, great job. I know that sometimes this time of year can be discouraging and you may feel like you're taking a few steps backwards, but look back on where you were a year ago. Maybe you weren't even a coach, or when you first became a coach, and think about where you are today, with your business, with your personal development, with your confidence, with your fitness journey, and celebrate all of that, because every one of those accomplishments matters, and it's a big deal. Now, let's get into what's going to carry us forward to have an amazing 2016, because really, in order to start the year off amazing, you have to do some things now. If you wait until January, you're going to be kind of behind the game. All right. So right now is when it really matters for you to get consistent and make a plan, so that you can take January by storm and be ready for the influx of people that are going to be coming our way, because they're ready to get healthy. They're making New Year's resolutions, and they saw your post and they know they need help, and they're going to come to you. The people that you would never even imagine, people that you don't even know are watching your posts. So stay consistent in what you're doing. one of the most important things you can do, and I've been talking about this with the leaders on our team, we've been setting some goals, is set specific goals now. This is number one of the 5 things you can do now to make 2016 amazing. Set specific goals right now. Don't start in January. Don't be one of those people that waits until January to make your New Year's resolutions, to make your goals. That's what we're telling our challengers not to do, right? So let's draw a parallel between our fitness journey and what we do as coaches and our businesses, and say right now is the time to set some year-end resolution goals, right? Just like we're telling all of our challengers, don't wait till January. You're worth starting now. Your business is worth investing in now. And the work you do now is going to carry you into January to where you're already ahead of the game in reaching your goals. Same as with your fitness journey. If you keep going now, if you start today, you're going to be much closer to your goal than if you waited to start in January. So set some big, specific goals right now. And here's what I mean by specific. I want you to give as much detail as possible about those goals. All right, so let's say your goal is to become a diamond coach in 2016. I want to know what that's going to mean to you. I want you to picture what that's going to do for your life. Let's say your income goal for 2016 is to make $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. What does that do for you financially? What does that do for your family? What does that allow you to say yes to that you couldn't say yes to before? And we've talked about this before as a team, but I cannot stress to you the importance of making it visual, making a vision board, putting it in front of you where you see it every single day, because every time you see it, it goes into your brain and it becomes a little more real. And the more you see it, the more you're going to believe it, because we're visual people. We process information and that becomes part of our brain. It puts that little groove in your brain. You know, you've seen those studies where they talk about everything you learn puts like a little new crease in your brain. Well, you want to be presenting your brain with information that's going to move you closer to your goals. So make it visual and make it specific. Find a picture of the place that you want to take your family on vacation and pay cash for. Put it on that board. Do you want to move to a new home? Find a picture of a home that you love. Put it on that board. Do you want to be able to say yes to your children for some sporting event that you haven't been able to afford before? Find a picture of a kid doing that event, put it on your board, because the more specific you can be, the more driven you're going to be to make those goals accomplished. So it's just like when we talk to our potential challengers in the 5-step invitation process. It's not enough to find out what their goal is. It's great to find out that someone wants to lose 20 pounds or 50 pounds. But where does the real magic happen? It's when you ask them, why is that important to you? Why do you want to lose those 20 pounds? What is going to be different about your life when you wake up and step on that scale and you have reached your goal? How does that change things for you? Do you have more energy to run around and play with your kids? Are you preventing yourself from having cancer or heart disease or high blood pressure like your family suffered with? What does it mean to you and why is it important? And you have to stay focused on that in order to get to the end goal. So you want to set specific goals now, both big goals and small measurable goals. So let's talk about the big goals for a second. We have a tendency to self-protect, even when it comes to good things, to setting goals, because we're afraid of being let down. We're afraid of being disappointed. And so we often tend to hold back on setting those big goals because we're scared that we might not hit them. And we're scared of the disappointment we're going to feel when we don't. But we have to overcome that in our minds through personal development, hint, hint, because the only way you're going to see amazing things happen in your life is to set goals that scare you, that even when you say them, you think, oh, I sound like a crazy person. There's no way I could do that. And I can tell you that this is true from experience. And let me also tell you that it's okay to set a huge, lofty goal and not hit it. I've done that twice now. 2 times I've set a goal to be 5-star diamond. Last December was my first deadline. And then Thanksgiving Day was the cutoff for elite qualification. And I didn't hit it either time. But I am so much closer now than I would have been if I had never set that goal. Things are happening under the surface. Things are happening on our team. And I should actually be able to start 4-star qualification on Thursday. So where I had backtracked. I had gone back to 1 star until a couple weeks ago because people were losing rank and everybody was struggling and it was hard. And now, as of Thursday, I should be able to start 4-star qualification. Why? Because I had a little powwow with myself about a week, 2 weeks ago, and said, you know what? I've been focusing on the things that aren't happening, and I've been disappointed in the fact that I didn't reach my goal, and I've been staying in that place of negativity. And that is going to get me nowhere really fast. That's not the path I want to go down. So I made the decision to shift my mindset, to start doing some intensive, serious, targeted personal development to pull me out of that rut and to renew my vision and my passion for what it is that we're doing. And as soon as I started to do that, things started to shift again, because it really does start with this and this. What is in your mind and what is in your heart is going to determine what thoughts you have and what comes out of your mouth. And what comes out of your mouth, that's what you believe, because if you hear yourself say it enough, you're going to believe it. So I want you to really wrap your head around the fact that it's okay to set big, lofty goals. Dream big. I mean, what's that quote? It says, aim for the moon, and if you miss, then you'll land among the stars. There's no losing situation here. So set big goals, make them visual, put them in front of you. But you also have to set small, measurable goals that keep you on track to help you get to that big goal, right? That's what I've been doing with some of the people on our team here lately, is figure out a game plan. So figure out what your goal is by the end of next year, and then kind of go backwards and figure out which steps you need to take to get to that goal. How many coaches do you need to recruit in order to make that happen? Break that down a little more. How many coaches is that per month? How many is that per week? And in order to get that many new people on your team, how many people do you need to talk to each day, knowing that about 1 in 10 is going to say yes, statistically? Reverse engineer those goals and figure out what you need to do on a daily basis to make them happen. Okay, we just talked about this because I always get ahead of myself, but I'm going to go back to the vision board for a second. I'm still working on mine, and I hope to have it done by next week, and I'll show it to you guys, or 2 weeks when we have another team call. But I made a decision when I started doing this personal development and realizing, okay, I've been in this negative mindset and not really thinking and speaking about what I want. I've been talking about and thinking about the things that are not going right, and it's not making me very productive. And so when I decided to change my mindset and just say, you know what, this is what I want, this is my goal, this is what I'm going to believe for, and I'm going to put it out there, even though it scares me, even though I'm still not really sure, I'm going to put it out there, because that's how things happen. That's what makes things change. And so I decided I was going to order this necklace. You can see it's got 5 stars, because that was my initial goal. That was the goal that I've set twice now and missed. And so I ordered this 5-star necklace, and I'm going to wear it every single day until 5-star is a reality for me. No matter what, I'm going to wear it every single day, because every time I reach down and touch it, every time I look in the mirror and see it, that reminds me of what it is that I'm going for. And it makes me think, I can do that. I'm already wearing the necklace. It's already mine. Now it's just a matter of walking out those daily steps until it's reality in my life. I also ordered a bracelet that isn't here yet. And it's kind of the double bracelet, the leather ones. And on the first band, it says, live your dream. And then below that, it says 15-star 2016. And I sat there at the computer when I was designing this bracelet, and I went back and forth in my mind so many times about whether to put 15-star and then do the letters that spell coach, or to put the numbers 2016, because if I put 2016, that is a whole nother level of accountability because I'm putting a date on it. I'm giving myself a timeline. And I sat there going back and forth. And then I thought, you know what? The fact that I'm hesitating on this means that I need to do the one that scares me. Because putting a deadline, putting a time frame on it holds you accountable and makes sure that you are aiming for the right things on those small scales to make it happen by that deadline. So small measurable goals, and set a date by which you want to accomplish them. Reverse engineer your big goal to what you need to do daily, weekly, and monthly, and then put it on your calendar what those measurable goals are and when you're going to reach them. All right, these things are so important because you have to make it real first in your mind. You have to believe it before you can ever achieve it. That's just like universal, spiritual, whatever, it's law. It's the way the world works. You have to believe it. If you don't believe that you can achieve it, you're not going to. Henry Ford, I think, has a quote that talks about, if you believe you will, then you will. And if you believe you won't, then you won't. It's that simple. Something to that effect. Like, if you think you can't, then you're not going to. If you think you can, you're already there. And so I'm going to challenge you to set your mindset and set your goals, make them measurable, set a deadline, and make it visual. All right. So those are number 1 and 2. I've kind of mishmashed them. But number 1 is set specific goals now. Big goals and small measurable goals, both. Number 2 is keep them in front of you at all times, whether that's through a vision board. And I recommend everybody have a vision board. Put it where you work, and I talked to Tamara today. I said, even if you don't do a full big vision board, get pictures and print them out of, she wants to take her family on a Disney vacation and pay cash for it. Said, find a picture of the things you want to do on that Disney vacation and hang them up all over your house. Put one on your mirror, put one on your fridge, put one above your stove where you're cooking. Just keep that in front of you all the time, so that the more you see it, the more you believe it, and the more real it becomes to you. And it reminds you of why you're doing what you're doing. That it's not just about, well, I got to do this checklist on my power hour. I got to make sure I talk to this many people, and I got to check in on my challenge groups. There's a bigger reason. There's a bigger purpose to it, because you have dreams and you have things that you want to do for your family, and you have freedom that you want to have in your life. And when you reach these goals, the other amazing thing is it's not just going to be you, right? Like, when you reach these goals, you're going to have along the way helped so many other people begin to make their lives the way that they want them. You're going to be helping so many other people design the life that they want and create the freedom that they long for. That's the beauty of this business of Beachbody Coaching, is that we can't do it alone, but there's no bad outcome. The more you succeed, the more people underneath you succeed, and vice versa. The more your team succeeds, the more you succeed. It's a beautiful, never-ending cycle. So run after those dreams. I posted a post on Facebook earlier, and a lot of you probably saw it, about, I'm going to chase my dreams, and then when I catch them, I'm going to get up and keep running. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep running, because there's more out there. There are more people whose lives need to be changed. There are more people that only you can reach with this message of health and wellness, with this message of a home-based business that can create freedom that they never dreamed of. There are people out there that need to hear this from you, because nobody else can reach them. So keep moving forward, knowing that every success that you experience is going to translate into someone else's success as well. All right, so set specific goals now. Keep them in front of you at all times. Vision board, jewelry, pictures, whatever that looks like for you, make it visual and keep it in front of you all the time. Number 3, which I touched on because it's impossible not to when you talk about goals, and this is probably the most important, is to believe. And that word gets thrown around so often that I think sometimes it loses its power. Sorry, my son just came here. Jacob, go to bed. Go to bed. I'm leading the call. Go to bed, please. Go to bed. Sorry. Number 3 is to believe. And I want you to believe in a few things. I want you to believe in your vision. What is your vision? I want you to picture it right now. What is your vision? What made you become a coach? What made you say yes to this opportunity? And how has that changed over time? Maybe your vision is different now than it was when you started because you believe a little bit more. But what is your vision? What does your perfect day look like? What does freedom in your life look like? And do you believe that you can have it? Do you believe that it's possible for you? You also need to believe in your dreams, which is a little bit different than your vision, but very similar. Your vision is like your overall, this is what I want my life to look like. This is what I want to be remembered for. This is the picture that I want painted when people look at my life or think about me. What is that in regard to this business and as a whole? But your dreams are the things that are inside of your heart that you just long to accomplish. And they go hand in hand with your overall vision, but they're a little more individual. So maybe you have a dream of letting your husband come home from work, or your spouse, or at least giving them the option to do that. Maybe you have a dream of being able to build your dream home. Maybe you have a dream of being able to take your family on an amazing vacation that you never thought you'd be able to pay for and pay cash and have plenty left over where it's not stressful at all. What are those dreams? And do you honestly, deep down, do you believe that you can achieve them? Do you believe that it's possible for you? Because this is really the first step. And this is where personal development is absolutely critical. Because if you have to believe in your vision, if you have to believe in yourself enough to know that you can accomplish it before it can happen, then personal development is a non-negotiable. I think most of you know that, but it's something that's so easy to skip. And I want you to seek out personal development that is what you need right now. Whether it's what the rest of the team is reading or listening to or not, what do you need to hear? What do you need to believe in more? What do you need a mindset shift in? And find things that speak to that. Because when you're listening to and reading things that are feeding into your mind and your heart and your spirit about the things that you want to accomplish, the vision, the goals, the dreams that God's put in your heart, then that just gets you one step closer. So believe in your vision and believe in your dreams. Thirdly, I want you to believe in yourself. I need you to believe that you matter, that what you're doing matters. Whether one person likes your post or 5,000 people like your post, you have to believe that what you are doing as a coach matters, because it does. People are watching and they are listening, whether they let you know it or not. You are inspiring people to change, not just their health, but you're inspiring people to believe in themselves and to change the way they think about things, the way they think about themselves. You're inspiring people to never give up because you're sharing your story and your struggles and showing them how you came through them. And that means they have a little bit more hope that they can come through theirs too. What you do matters. And you know what else matters? You and your dreams. They matter. It's not a bad thing to dream big. And sometimes I think that we can hold ourselves back out of fear of success. That may sound crazy, but we can put barriers up if we don't really believe that it's okay for us to be wildly successful, or if we don't believe that we're truly worthy of that success. And I've seen this several times, and I've seen it in myself. You have to believe that you are worthy of all the blessings that can be poured out on you. You have to believe that your dreams are important and they are worth running after. And you have to believe that you can achieve them. You can. There is nothing that can stop you except you and this. That's it. Those are the only things that can get in your way. You can blame it on something else. You can have whatever excuse you want to have. You can say it's the opportunity or the compensation plan or Beachbody did this with the products or nobody responds to my post. But the only thing that can really defeat you is you and your mindset. If you can hold on to your mindset, no matter what is thrown your way, and continue to believe that you matter, that your dreams and vision matter, and that the people you are going to reach matter, then nothing can stop you. So I want to encourage you to decide right now that nothing is going to stop you. That even when you get discouraged, even when you feel like you're moving backwards, you're going to stop and reset your mind, keep moving forward, because that's how you reach your goal. All right, so number 1, set specific goals now. 2, keep them in front of you at all times. 3, believe. Number 4, this is going to kind of bring a lot of them together, a lot of the things we talked about together. I'm going to give you the magic formula. Are you ready? You have your pen? This is the magic formula for success. I've been holding it back from you all this time. It's a secret. No, it's really not. Desire plus belief plus action equals success. I'm going to say that again. Desire plus belief plus action equals success. So first, you have to desire the things that you say you want. And that may sound silly because you may think, well, if I want them, then obviously I desire them. But there's a difference between wanting something or wishing for it and desiring it. When you desire something, it's like a fire that burns inside of you. And it may start out as a want or a wish. But if you continue to nurture it, if you continue to believe in it, if you continue to set your mind on it, then it becomes a desire that you can't put out. When you combine that desire with belief that what you want you can have, that it's okay to dream big, that you are fully capable of achieving those goals, then you've almost got the full formula. Those 2 things alone are a powerhouse. But faith without works is dead. So desire and belief are the 2 first critical steps. But if you don't pair those with action, targeted, specific, consistent action, then it will fall flat every time. Your desire and your belief is what's going to get you started. And it's also what's going to pick you back up when you feel like you've fallen down. But no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what's going on around you, you have to keep moving. Successful people keep moving. They may fail, they may fall, they may make mistakes, but no matter what, they keep moving and they keep moving forward. They don't retreat. I posted a quote on Facebook the other day about, it's from a book that I'm reading. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I hate the title because I think it really puts a lot of people off, but it's got some really good stuff in it. And it's been really recharging to my mind because it's been one of those things where it's like, the only thing that's holding me back is my negative talk and my negative thoughts and me putting actions to those and giving those room in my brain. And I know that God has called me to bigger things and he's given me promises, and I can hold on to those. And so when I get knocked down, I just get back up and keep moving. But he told a story about the leader of an army. They were going to fight a battle against a really strong enemy. They were outnumbered. They were gunned. And as they pulled up on the shore and they unloaded all the people and they unloaded all the ammunition, he gave the order to send the ships off into the ocean and burn them. And I'm sure most people thought he was crazy. I would have. And he basically told them, we only have two options. Either we defeat the enemy or we perish. There's no other option. There's no opportunity for retreat. We either win or we die. Now, our business isn't quite that serious, but you almost have to have a similar mentality if you're really going to take this to the top. You have to believe that there's no form of retreat that's acceptable, that you're not going to turn back and run, that you're going to keep moving forward and keep fighting for what you want, for what your heart longs for what you desire until it happens, because you deserve it. God wants to bless us. Talked to Crystal Gaither about this today, about how sometimes we can limit ourselves by wondering if it's okay to be blessed financially, or wondering if it's okay to be blessed with success. But there's so many opportunities in the Bible where he talks about pouring out his blessings on his people, because who else would he want to entrust those riches to? The people who are going to be good stewards and bless other people and give to other people and provide for their families. His heart is so big and his pockets are so full. Like, there is nothing that can shock him or make him inactive in your life except for your own limiting thoughts and beliefs. So I want you to have a plan that doesn't include retreat, doesn't have an option for retreat. Desire plus belief plus action equals success. It's those daily actions done now that will translate into success later. The Compound Effect in Action. Most of us have read that book. So desire it, believe that you can accomplish it, and then take the daily and weekly and monthly action steps, even when it's not fun, even when you don't feel like it. Take those action steps to make it happen. You can set a goal and say, I want to be a 5-star diamond this year or next year. And that's a really good goal, and you can accomplish it. But just setting a goal doesn't get you very far. It's kind of like one of your challengers saying, I want to lose 20 pounds this year or this month or next month or whatever. I want to lose this amount of weight. Okay, how are you going to do that? What are you going to do every day for the next month, 2 months, 3 months to make that happen? It's a daily walking out of what it is that you want to accomplish that gets you to that end result. And I want to end by just reminding all of you of the vision that we cast at the beginning of this year for our team. Some of you weren't even on the team, so you may not have seen the video, but I did a video where we casted a vision for Team Living Water and Team Fresh and Fit for 2015. And our vision statement was that we were going to be the change. Be the change to everyone else around us, because that gives them hope. Beachbody's 2015 vision statement was everyone matters. And those two things flow so beautifully together. Be the change because every one person matters. Everybody that sees what you're doing and is inspired by you, they matter. Every person who sees, oh wow, she was able to pay cash for her kids' Christmas this year, that person matters, and you're giving them hope. Every person who sees your before and after and realizes that maybe they don't have to be stuck in the bad health situation that they are. Maybe they can lose the weight that they thought they couldn't lose. Those people matter. And in saying that as well, you matter. your dreams matter. And by being the change to everyone around you, by setting an example, by sharing your story, by showing people that they can overcome struggle, that they can go through hard times and come out on top, come out a winner. You are being the change to the people around you. You are showing them that it's possible. And I think our number one job as coaches is to offer hope to people who don't have it right now. People who've lost hope in themselves, who've lost hope in their ability to overcome what they're going through, and wonder if they'll ever be able to accomplish any of their dreams. You get to extend hope to them. You get to show them that it's possible and prove to them that they do matter. So let's end 2015 remembering those goals, remembering that vision to be the change and show everyone what's possible, to dream such big dreams that nobody else can ever doubt their own. Let's prove to everybody that you can dream big and move forward and accomplish way beyond your wildest dreams. Because you matter and they matter. So hold on to that. And I'm going to wrap up this call because we're about to run out of time on Zoom. But I hope that this helped you have some things to consider in wrapping up this year so that you start off 2016 strong. Everything you do now for the next 3 weeks is going to set you up for an amazing 2016. Keep dreaming, keep desiring, keep believing, and keep taking action. Those little daily things that sow those seeds that turn into a great harvest in the new year. That's how amazing things happen next year. And that's how 2016 is going to be the year that Team Living Water blows everybody away. I love all of you. I believe in you, and I want you to believe in yourself. And I want all of your dreams to come true, and they can. So thank you so much for being on tonight, and I will connect with you all soon. I cannot wait to continue working on your goals and moving forward. And my mind is just on overload right now because I can't wait to see what happens in the next 12 months. Have a wonderful night, and I will talk with you soon.